Holy shit, what is this banger, bro? Like, I have never played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And, because, you know, I don't play most fighting games because, I only play the ones I, like, randomly get because, you know, fighting games have this weird tendency to always be, like, $60 no matter what the fuck you do. And, I don't feel like, you know, like, shelling out $60 for a fighting game I am not sure I'm going to keep playing for, like, more than 2 hours or some shit. Like, the reason I played Soul Calibur a lot was because I had a campaign and because I got it for free. The reason I played Tekken 7 for a bit is because it had fairly attainable Steam achievements. And, you know, it also had a campaign. And Brian Fury was just kind of fun to play, even though all I did was, like, mess with bots. Besides that one online tournament I played, you know, to get the achievement of playing a tournament. But yeah, that's a fucking banger. Goddamn, I didn't even know like Phoenix Wright was in the game. I knew Dante and Virgil were in that, but I didn't like fucking Phoenix Wright is a fighter. That's crazy. Anyway, hello. We meet on a Wednesday. Is that fucking weird? But yeah, we're here. We are back. We are playing Phoenix Wright once again. Finally, after all this time. We are going back to the courtroom. Ironically, I did have to play it yesterday because when I redid my PC, I reinstalled because you know I fucking last time I had issues with the Phoenix Wright thing, which you know was just me being a fucking idiot because as I mentioned before, I forgot to install fucking like NVIDIA drivers, like additional drivers. And that kind of like fucked me in the ass. I just forgot to install additional drivers and that fucked me in the ass. The game wouldn't launch. But, you know, that's an issue I've fixed because I wanted to play Dread Delusion. And Dread Delusion had the same issue, but, you know, Dread Delusion had the same issue, but, you know, oh, say hello to my cursor, by the way, don't worry about that. Let me just move that over here. There you go. But yeah, Dread Delusion had the same issue, but I specifically looked up Dread Delusion with like because I had a slightly more coherent error message, right? And because yeah, he had a more coherent error message, and then I just like specifically looked up Unity games because I knew it was on Unity. And then I got the fix being like, hey, you know, fucking Pac-Man, like this fucking drive, and I'm like, what? And then I did, and you know, lo and behold, both ran. But turns out Steam Cloud Saves just kind of fucked me in the ass because Steam Cloud Saves for some reason, you know, we are currently technically we are currently like at the beginning of episode 4, but for some reason the cloud save was still at the start of chapter 2 or like episode 2. So basically, what I did yesterday night. Up until like midnight. What I did yesterday night is I just like put on a YouTube video, put on the fucking walkthrough on like a fucking like text walkthrough on the right side so I know what I have to click again. And just, you know, held down the fucking fast forward button. Every once in a while looked over to the side to give the inputs. And just like had episode 2 and 3 just like running through and fast forward. Just so we can get to this point that we can, you know, actually play chapter 4 now. So, yeah, that's what I did. This is the sacrifices I make. Sitting down, holding down the button for 2 hours. Well, for like an hour, but still. It was like a singular hour. But still, you know. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. I don't get why Twitter is fucked up, weirdly enough, because like on the streaming account for some reason, like every once in a while I get a notification of that account being like, hey, someone made a tweet. I'm like, why the fuck do I get a notification for that? I don't get it. I don't know if it's like I forgot to turn off an option or some shit, or it's a new fucking like Because if it was some shitty ass Twitter premium feature, I would have it on my actual on my actual account as well, right? Unless it's like a rollout type shit. But I don't know if I can get like sponsored tweets or not. It's not even sponsored tweets, it's just like random ass people. I think of genuinely just like random ass, like you just like genuinely like random ass people, and then somewhere in between, you know, the algorithm, not the algorithm, but like, you know, the back end was like, hey, let's pop an Elon Musk tweet in there, and I had like one Elon Musk tweet in my notifications for fuck all reasons. I just blocked the cunt. I mean, it's useless anyway, but I just, you know, I just decided to block the cunt. Fuck it. Who cares? Okay. Anyway. But yeah, after sitting down for an hour, fast forwarding, we are back at chapter 4. Well, back, quote unquote. We are finally at chapter 4. So we can now just play the funny video game, right? Yeah, I completely forgot what happened in the story. Also, what I've read in the guide was that episode 2 and 3 were just filler, and 4 is where the real game begins, as Mitten Squad used to say. God bless him. God bless him. I say like I'm some religious person, but still, God bless that guy. He deserved better. He actually deserved better. But that's just how it goes. You know, can't do much. Let me swiftly. I genuinely hope it actually saved, because if I'm now sitting here and the game's like, hey, lol, chapter 4, baby, I'm gonna be like mad. Okay, now it's here. It is right here. Wait, it starts on a trial? That's fucked. Also, I forgot to turn down the game volume. Hang on, because I just straight up muted the game. I didn't turn down the volume, so you know, that's just how it be. Hey, Chris, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Where's the game? There it is. Huh? So desu ka. Okay, hang on. Oh, I'm doing fine. I slept like absolute fucking shit. But yeah, I slept like absolute fucking ass. I slept like 2 hours last time. I think it was 2 hours. I don't remember. I don't even remember how much I slept. The issue is besides this, actually, was it this week or was it next week? I don't remember. Hold on. I need to check. I need to check something on Discord real quick, because this could oh fuck, I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't do it in DMs. Shit. Let me check something real quick, because this could have severe impact on my sleep and my sanity today. I thought this motherfucker posted his schedules, goddammit. Prick. Sorry. God damn it! Did he not post his schedule for the week? Yes, the Discord wasn't working for 5 minutes. Really? Huh. I didn't experience that. Then again, I didn't like use Discord much yesterday, if I recall correctly. Okay, this is bad. He didn't post a schedule, so I don't even know if it's today. Like, hang on. No, that one he skipped because of the Okay, it might be today, so oh. Don't worry, I'm prepared. So I don't know if it's today, but after this stream, I'll be on Shade's stream because I'm making him finish DMC free so we get that off the list. And I didn't realize I didn't remember that when I made the decision to not be able to sleep is a lie, because you know I am a broken husk of a man, so I really had not much choice to you know, not sleep. So yeah, depending on how today goes, I'm gonna be like giga dead on Shade stream, but luckily, preemptively, I kinda just bought a can of. I don't drink energy drinks a lot, but I bought a preemptive can of Monster. I don't know if one can will be enough, but then again, I drink so little caffeine it might actually work on me, but it usually doesn't. It usually doesn't, but yeah, this could be a nightmare for me. The consequences of my mismanagement. The you know, the consequences of my own mismanagement. Anyway, let's not dwell on this. Let's not dwell on this. Listen, if I pop the monster can on this stream, you know I'm fucked. I'm already feeling groggy as fuck. But this never fucking stopped me, did it? Exactly, it never fucking stopped me. So enough fucking waffling about. As you can see, I was up until like at least midnight to fucking get to episode 4. But nonetheless, let's just. When was the last time we played? Actually, this doesn't work because I think I overwrote all the save files. Yeah, overwrote all the save files. I think last time was like, I think start of April even, or like mid-April. So it has been like 2 fucking. Yeah, it was before like my internet got nuked. So yeah, it was before my internet got nuked. Fuck. So yeah, it has been at least like 2 months. That's a bit. Fuck. That's a teensy bit. That's a teensy bit of a yikes, as we say in the biz. But hey, you know what? Fuck it. Enough talking shit. It's time to get back, ladies and gentlemen. Like, okay, no, my cursor's hidden. Good, cool. The girl, let it go. VHS cassette. Shut up! Come closer and I'll kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance! Bang! Headshot. Shooby-doo-boo, up shooby-doo-boo. No, I'm not doing a fucking Vine Sauce reference on this stream. Well, maybe sometimes, but no. I'm reading for the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, MFA. Fugitive data. Name, Terry Falls. Terry Falls, charged kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. Fugitive movements. After escaping, Faults met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Straight up shot in the head. The very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. Why am I in the hospital? 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. February 16th, 9:24 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. They haven't redecorated this place in 6 years? Shit. Get new paint. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't know nothing. I swear I didn't kill nobody. Harry Faults, the first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago now. A prison escape. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? That's not small talk! Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied. I didn't escape from nowhere. You know, on the topic of that, I know it's shared around a lot, I think, because it's just a funny fact, but technically, in Germany, it is not illegal to get out of prison. If you, by technicality, were just able to, like, without doing anything else, without doing anything else, you are technically allowed to walk out of a prison. Technically. However, obviously, it takes so many steps as a convict to get out of prison that somewhere along the line, you know, just the guard screaming at you and being like, get back here, you technically ignoring that. That's, you know, obstruction of an officer technically, which is a crime. So if you were somehow able to escape a ginormous minefield of convictions on your way out of that jail, you would be a free man. Kind of, I think. To a certain degree. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens after you walk out of that place, but technically, the act of walking out of prison is not illegal. There's just a million crimes in between that you can technically commit. But Mr. Faults, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a lie. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? Yeah. I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got a death penalty. I swear I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the prison, the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policeman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Terry Faults did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet the victim. But I didn't kill her! She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. Hey, my man. Hi, it's me in the cinema. Wait, you're in the fucking cinema? Watch the fucking movie. What are you doing in here? Unless I am on the big screen, which would be very fucking weird. Go watch the movie, but... But, hey, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. Not started yet? Okay, you know what, fair. Fair. I accept that. Starts at 9:30. Oh, so like 7 minutes. And then, to be fair, then, you know, you have like 15 minutes of ads. At least last time I was at the cinema to watch the fucking Miku movie, it was like 15 minutes flat of just ads. I was just like, god damn. Just like straight up ads and the ice cream guy rolling around. Oh, hey, check, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Anyway, bye, LML. Okay, you have a good one, man. You have fun with the movie, whatever you're watching. But speaking of the fucking cinema, when I watched the Miku movie, right? I got once again hit by the fucking fact of like you're hit with the shock of capitalism, because oh yeah, the fucking live action How to Train Your Dragon. Gotcha, chief. And I've heard that one's actually pretty good, so you know what? Go get them. Mostly because apparently they're stuck with the story, so you know. But apparently it's pretty good. But I got hit with fucking the capitalism bump when I was at the cinema, because they have like these like tiny cups of like Magnum ice creams, which is like, you know, just like tiny like bits you eat, like tiny snacks. Those were like $9 fucking bucks, and I was like, what the fuck? They were $9, and that is insane, absolutely insane for the fact it's like just a teeny ass cup. And yeah, no, man, no sane person would buy that. Someone unfortunately did, so I don't know what it says about me or the people. Anyway, I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Uh-huh. Godot? Is that you? Before I slapped you in the head, I guess? You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. And that's a JoJo reference for the stream. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No. You've got it all wrong today. You're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for our first client. It was me, Dio, exactly. It was me, Diego Brando. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of this, though. Huh. Relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? Also, hey Matrix, how you doing? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. That fucker just called me his Discord kitten. I want to die. Sharpen those claws of yours, it's go time. It's game time! Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. Stab with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5 PM. That's all I'm getting? Oh shit. Hotshot lawyer. Oh, she did. And that's why my client went away from it. That's what my client went. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, like, childlike voice. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Well, and that's your downfall. February 16th. What is language, man? Who are you? Mr. Fake judge? Mr. fucking fake judge. Who the fuck are you, bro? Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. What is that tacky suit, man? What is that This ain't for the Renaissance, good sir. I understand the lawyers for both sides and newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm the FA. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess a little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, yeah, you can't lose. Not to somebody younger than you. But he's younger than me? How old am I? I'm not allowed to know. Okay, cool. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Okay, sir. Okay. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not tried for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, the policeman was murdered. So, we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? You got it, kid. Oh god, they have to save us all the time now. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. What the fuck? A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct, but in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Who? Oh. The testimony of Detective Valerie Harfin, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Yeah, right. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful currents. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Most bodies! So Miss Harfin's testimony was the one that put him in jail. A police woman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly. The victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Harfin. Ah, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. There is no truth yet, bro! What the hell? Huh? Yes. Quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Bitch, get out of that chair! But wait a minute, that's not right! At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Yeah, look at how cocky he looks now. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect it. Shut the fuck up, you're 20! Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Miss Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. Why did you go promoted to the detective division half a year ago? I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Wow! Hey, ma'am. You got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. God damn it, Dick. Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you.
Get out of here, Gumshoe. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that someone other than your heart will ache.
Okay, I got it.
Now, Detective, tell us about the incident.
Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Horford, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss.
Oops. Wasn't me. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself.
Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this area map.
Look at this map.
This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met here at the top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
I see. 40 feet above the Eagle River. What's that in actual units? Enough, probably.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Horford, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Ain't that convenient?
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you, wagging your finger at me as I thought you were some hoser.
You are, though.
Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now, listen carefully, kid. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me, get ready. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hoffman went to Dusky Bridge at a designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make the getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up.
Yeah, settle down there, kid. You keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
What is that bootleg Giga Chat face he's doing? God damn. Holy. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here.
The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright, especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner here. I mean, the witness is technically an expert because he was already convicted once.
Huh, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kid.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Alright! It is time to clock back in. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hoffman was the defendant, Terry Falls.
How?
What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hoffman was a thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left on her desk.
Can be faked. Can technically be faked.
According to this note, it seems the one who called it to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Yeah, whose right it was to keep that note from me?
Huh, looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up, never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
The detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey no, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Because Edgeworth is an ass. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Naturally.
Hold on. Can I check it? Falls 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. This time the whole truth must come out. Do we have Dahlia on hand? Can I just like call her in now? Can I just call her in now? A bridge up on the mountains, but why meet there?
Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Halford arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls.
Huh! Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Brutally murdered. Wasn't it like just a stab? Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder.
Okay, but the thing is, right? So far, how are they when there's no blood anywhere? How are they supposed to know he stabbed her at this very position? Because so far, the entire time frame of them meeting to him finding, obviously, they're gonna tell me like 5 minutes anyway, but I like to theorize for myself. But there's a like 1 hour gap between the meeting, the potential stabbing, and him being found. Of like a pure nothingness.
It was great. We even got to say, don't move. We've got you surrounded.
Wait a second, isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Halfon must have mentioned a phone call to someone else, right? Yeah, she did. Huh, if that would have happened, then she wouldn't have been killed.
Well, but unfortunately, she never mentioned a phone call from Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I'd noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive.
But there's a note about talking to Dahlia! Ah, bitch. God damn it, Dahlia. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. She was supposed to. Mr. Falls had a car then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went there by car. I mean, how else, right?
Both? I only see one car.
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at the red light.
Car thieves. Not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
Here's the photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, Rex, that doesn't look too comfortable.
Thanks. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? So he definitely banged open the thingy, right? Because we can see that the hatch is like broken, like the lock of it is broken. Huh. Also, where's the white scarf? Hang on, where's the fucking white scarf? Unless she, got it ripped off or some shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell this from the photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm.
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? I don't see anything strange, do you? I do, kinda. What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
Well, he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do nothing.
That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor, and then he always says...
Told a lie.
Or something like that.
Huh. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run.
But you didn't know about the meeting, unless someone found the letter. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m., and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Listen up, kidding. There's a bit trap waiting for you in my testimony. Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound.
Fun, huh? No, it's not!
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
You have a famous contradictions. I sure hope I could find some of those.
Do a quick safety save.
Can I, like... Can I point towards the photo? Can I, like, point at the photograph? I cannot point at the photograph itself, right? I have very little to work with. Yeah. Okay, so they know about that. Can I ask somewhere that they told her? Ah! Is this where I mentioned the phone? The note? No. Okay. Never mind. I mean, I do see something strange. Do I? Knife in the back, but if you're like bleeding in a car trunk, if you're bleeding out in the car trunk, there should be some blood in there, right? Then again, it's a grayscale photo, so what the fuck do I know? But oh yeah, the scarf, duh. Witness. What is it? What do you have to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say, but this is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Huh. Say, little kitten, want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. What do you mean? There is... Yeah, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective?
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It very clearly says, wear a white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
The caller told her to wear to identify herself, so I just expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Etcheff, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for... Is it this one, perchance?
Where did you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has flair. Or dramatic. It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with her testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his schmarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hoffman and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget, kid, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
Genius, huh?
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place.
Really now?
This photo was actually taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir.
Okay, where's the hat? Where's the hat?
It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back.
The criminal shoved the victim? It kind of looked like the fucking front stab.
That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
But where's the backstab? Unless he, like, turned her around. But she's a Fed. I doubt she just, like, randomly get turned around. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
Ah, potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
Ah, the truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh? Nani?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, huh? This judge is even worse than the other one. Who is this eyewitness?
He's a college student.
A female college student?
That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am.
Thanks.
She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I can't testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements, that is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has offered more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student.
A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir.
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Yeah.
Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question.
The victim was wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of odd flowers, apparently.
There were many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits? Now that you mention it, this is photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost.
Drizzling, huh?
That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in the courtroom right now. Ha ha ha! Looks like a cold front just moved in.
In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog.
I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was
on the bridge? You slipped and fell? Have you seen that bridge? How are you alive? Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Are we talking about seeing someone get pushed? Are we the one pushed? Oh, does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? This mind-boggling tells of the way that he said brutal. I wonder if he's Canadian. Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh?
That must have been where the scarf fell off.
So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh?
That's what the witnesses said. Well, it looked like she didn't remember about the scarf, but from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am.
The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scuffles are covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me.
Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo.
So what do I do?
You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean?
Of course I do.
So little kid believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer's obvious. If what you believe is the truth,
Then it means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Luckily, stabbed from the back. What do you mean? Oh, did I do it the other way around? Is this where I hit them with the autopsy report? No. Okay, fine then. Where's the hat? So of knife in the back, that from blood loss. Shot the victim from behind and stabbed her in the back. Did she? Did he though? What fucking angle would you be able to take the shot from? Like, what angle is this? Huh. 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 So when the scarf fell off. I don't know. I don't know. Do we have the murder weapon? I mean, I guess we have the murder weapon, but Edgeworth is keeping it. We hadn't stabbed her in the back, but I don't know. It's hard to see what's going on. I don't know, man. I don't know about the angle, but I guess. Don't have in the back. Okay, cool. But wouldn't there be like blood on the scarf? Sounds like a pretty violent fight. Huh. Huh. Okay, just a college student. Oh, not allowed to cross-examine her, unfortunately. I have to give us a good reason why. Shit. How do you accidentally take a photo like that? But if you take photos of a fucking... If you take photos of fucking flowers, why would you even, like, look at them? Huh. Huh. I'm kind of stumped right now. Life was calm, the place was dreary. Just even some fog. You almost shoved the victim and fucking stabbed her in the back. Shove the victim down from behind. But he's clearly in front of her. Can I just ask for the hat? Can I actually just ask for the hat? No, I can't ask for the hat. Okay. I can't ask for hat. This is not Team Fortress. Okay, fuck. Oh, this is a great opening. Oh, defeat above Eagle River. Right. With a scarf? No. But wouldn't there be blood on the scarf? No, wait, no. Stabbed in the back. It shouldn't be blood on the back of it. Huh. There shouldn't be blood on the back of it, but the... So it's radius fucking here, allegedly. What is his position on the bridge? Is the position even relevant? Is the position even relevant? I'll give it a shot. No, okay. Okay. So the position, it is not the position that's weird. I mean, it is kind of weird to me because... Because this kind of seems like to have to happen, like... Because there's no way he can get there from behind. Like, there's no way he can get behind her on that bridge. Actually. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Well. From Butler's, there was a knife in the back. She was just taken by the witness. This random ass fucking witness. I mean, you couldn't have really like stabbed her if you had the fucking like chains, right? Oh wait, no, it's just the iron ball, right? It's just the iron ball he's like carrying around. So, let me gear up on again. Him hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. Should have stabbed her in the back. Yeah, but he couldn't have stabbed her in the back because of the entire layout of the thing. Fuck. Unsure what I'm supposed to present on this very one. Unsure what I'm supposed to present on this one. It has to be this one, but I don't know. Scarf and relevant either. So what is relevant about this part? No. I can't represent the fucking photograph. You can shove her in. Okay, no. But he couldn't have stabbed him. Because there's no way for him to get behind her. And if she would have fallen, she would have like fallen on her ass. I don't know, wait a minute. Now I'm just like fucking grasping at nothing. Now I'm just grasping at nothing. Okay. I thought I could have mentioned the fact, you know, the man was technically in chains. But I guess that won't help. I don't know. The statement contradicts nothing, actually. It was a little fucky that day. A little hard to see what's going on. Yeah, but they're just standing there. They're just standing there, so like. No. They're just standing there, menacingly. No, okay, cool. But the scarf is also not relevant on this one. Ah! I'll see what's going on. I mean, they're just staring at each other. They're just staring at each other, doing nothing. What's when the scarf fell off? No. She would have seen it, wouldn't she? No. Because I can assure you the scarf would have never perfectly landed on her. That scarf would have been in the fucking river. That scarf would have been in the goddamn river. What? Huh? Okay, now I want to hear that. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Is it because her outfit isn't, like, wetted? And because her hair is, like, clean? I don't know. Huh. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with a soggy atmosphere.
This is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day?
the fact she was wearing a skirt or some shit, I don't know. What was that worth? Nothing. Okay, cool. When she could hide all her bitter memories from this trial, and that is. Woo. It can never be as bitter as dark black coffee. Alright. It doesn't fit the conditions. The ground? I don't know. Her hair? No. Okay. Okay, now I have to defend the point I have no clue of. Oh wait, what? Wait, what? Huh? Oh, there we go. Huh. Now I have to see what the fuck doesn't work. It doesn't just seem to cram something ain't right. I don't know, the broken lock? No. Okay, so the broken lock is relevant later. What doesn't fit? The atmosphere. The floor? The car itself? Those free as fuck legs? No. It is not the free as fuck legs. Hmm. Is it really just the floor that's like... because it's like, you know, fucking... No. It is not the floor. Then what's the issue with this image? It is drizzly as fuck. I mean, the inside of the trunk that would have to be like watery and shit. Oh, because the lights were off. Is it because the lights were off or some shit? No. It is not because the car lights were off. Is it literally just because the trunk isn't wet? Is it really just because the trunk isn't wet? No. No. Okay. What is the issue with this thing? It doesn't fit with it being wet as fuck that day. I mean, the coat's alright. The lack of scarf allegedly fell down. The fact is it's a convertible? Not a convertible, what the fuck do you call these fucking cabriolets or some shit? Is it that? No. No, never mind. There's only so many things on this image. There's only so many things on this image. Which doesn't fit the fact that it's like... I don't know, her fucking... I don't know, that she's not wearing a raincoat or some shit? Huh? Is it literally just because the coat isn't fucking wet? I'm gonna flip a fucking lid. Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. There were conditions on that bridge that day. What were the conditions? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. The victim really had fallen down her stomach on top of the bridge. Right. Allegedly fallen on her stomach, so you would... Yeah, that thing would have been fucking dirty. Then the front of her coat would have been covered in mud.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The other day I fell in a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of a muddy street. Your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh?
Huh, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The fucking scarf itself, duh. The evidence is the scarf.
Oh.
It should be obvious. If the scarf fell on the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Ugh. No, it can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy.
Mr. Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction there exists an explanation. Let's look at the explanation in this case, maybe. Shall we? Alright. This is not like he's really giving me a choice here. Huh.
You're doing pretty well, poor little kid.
Mr. Armando!
No matter what he says, the contradiction always comes down to a lie.
Even the victim is covered in the trunk. The witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim. Or the witness's testimony that said she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. Huh. I would be inclined to say it's the scarf. Because, you know, they said white scarf, it's not exactly white. It's like bluish.
What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
That was me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence to court.
But we won't let it. We'll expose the evidence as a flimsy scam as it is.
Yeah. The false evidence in this case is the... fuck. Body of the trunk to testimony. It might be... the photo. Because that would explain the shitty angle. I think the photo's staged. I don't know, is the photo staged? Because the hat is also there. But the hat was nowhere to be seen in the crime scene. And it would have been hard evidence. Well, quote unquote hard evidence. It would have been evidence. At minimum. Huh. 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 Hmm. Uh. No, it's a testimony because the fucking testimony keeps talking about like. Yeah, no, it is the fucking photo. About the photo that the prosecution claims was taken by a witness. It certainly seems to show a man in a prison uniform and a woman in a coat. However, we can't tell any more than that from the photo. Are you saying the people in the photo may not be the victim and the defendant? Well, that's certainly a possibility. So perhaps it was another prison and police woman. I admit, people have their quirks. Perhaps they were part of a role-playing group. Well, I suppose that's possible. We must up again. There should be something else that's even more suspicious. Now think the whole thing over again. From this point on, Miss Faye, I will penalize you for making unsubstantiated accusations. Ah. In any case, this court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. I mean, the trunk was also broken. The trunk was also broken. Other than that, they have her outfit down to a T, but the issue is, obviously, the fucking suspect could have broken the trunk and like the trunk lock. But what means did he have to break it open? Well, he's got the huge ass iron ball, to be fair, but I don't like the testimony because she ain't here. I don't like the entire testimony. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witnesses that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
So didn't she just say there was a struggle? That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Huh. It's not just true, it's the truth. There was a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy one over there would have caught them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? You lying bitch! You dare show your lousy ass in this courtroom again? Well, again, it's weird because, you know, she's technically earlier, but this lousy asshole, she has a tendency to fucking lie and screw everyone over. She did it. She done did it. Everyone is a sign that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donut hole.
Judge?
I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite.
Hey, not so fast! As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Shut the fuck up! She's a liar! And a maniac. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
Yes, indeed.
Not that dirty bitch, it is that dirty bitch!
Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
He's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir?
Yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. A lot of blatant mistakes that you intend to make? Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's not trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. Yes, you wanted to see... Literature? Didn't we say she was here to photograph flowers? You wanted to see when a fortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Shut the fuck up!
Now, see there, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph, it's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh, I'd like to turn this as taken. Huh? She's staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney, my name is Mia Fey. I see, so you are,
Now then, young lady, could you please give us a testimony?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll do my best.
I'll do my best to put your ass behind bars.
Well, she won't get behind bars because, you know, you have a court case, but... I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo that shows the crucial Oops. Crucial moment, bro, they're just standing there! They're just standing there looking at each other, there's nothing here! And right after that I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I don't know. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So I took the photo from that location, eh?
Your Honor, I was skinny dipping in the and then I accidentally took a photo that was somehow at the perfect height. Also, hey Carrie, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera. Just like it's...
Shut up, Your Honor.
A small but powerful model. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll face the wrath of my gavel.
Do I look like I care about the witness? Do I look like I care about her feelings? Did you say wildflowers? Yeah, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
No, just...
Shut up!
Just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly.
What? Would you mind if we go back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Oh, so we're just going to discard the fact she's there in February, right? We're just going to discard that fact. Okay. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl, I know I am. Yes, you are! looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there, so I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it.
That's why you're in this courtroom, ain't you?
Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place.
Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them, especially dressed as they are. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. Ah! I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Ah! Where did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Sounds like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on.
I feel sorry for your grandson. So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera, so I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. You called the police? Yeah, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation.
That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh?
Her fault isn't the criminal. Then there must be something strange about that girl's testimony.
Be careful, kid. That girl has a jet wrapped right around her finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers.
I'm going to have to come up with something really good, Mia.
Well, luckily, my evidence is people staring at each other.
Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testify that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only there ever was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have a photo of it too.
Oh! My apologies, young lady, but this face assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
A certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can he? I'm sorry, I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up the film, I mean.
Right out of film?
This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All of the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Please, no details.
It seems that Miss Face's assertion was not so decisive after.
What do you mean? The simple fact that we don't have an image of the alleged crucial moment. Also, she said she took a picture. That means she must have taken pictures of them beforehand. For fuck all reason. For fuck all reason. Wait, just a minute.
Well, she had no film left. She could very well take more pictures, eh?
Does this thing need film? I'm not good with cameras, but this looks like to me looks like a camera that is modern enough to not require any film. Because this looks like a fucking digital camera. Like, fuck it. This looks like a digital camera. And running out a film on a digicam is, well, you can fill up VSD, but I doubt that girl knows what the fuck an SD card is. Also, why are the photos always grayscale? Can't we have like a photo in color at some point? Like, what generation do we live in? And all these photos are grayscale. Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the instant that you took with your very own eyes. Yeah, but that's mood without the to me that's mood without the image. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy's really a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. Okay, so they changed nothing about that. Sending a suspension bridge, then they start fighting, we can turn around and try to run away, but... We only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. 10 yards, you say? The victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on the criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Whoa, Edgeworth! Quaggy? Why you? If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with his testimony. So you're saying Sergeant Hoffman wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense.
I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Huh, does it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. What 10 yards? If the angle she's taking the photo from is correct, right? Because let me, because you know, look at Miku for a second, right? Look at Miku for a second. If she took the camera, like if she took the photograph from here, right? If she took the photo from here, right? And this is the angle we have. This man would be on the right-hand side. That man would be on the right... Wait, no, the left-hand side, I'm stupid. But he's the... Oh, wait, I'm fucking twisting shit in my brain, hang on. Yeah. Man's on the left-hand side, right? Man's on the left-hand side. If she ran to the... Like, if she's on the right side, if she would have ran, she would have dropped and fucking died. She would have just dropped and fucking died. Because there's a hole in the fucking bridge. Now, how do I explain this to the court? How do I explain this to the court? Alright, Juval, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe and all that shit. But yeah, she couldn't have run away. Because the only way she could have run was down the fucking bridge into her grave. How do I explain this to the court, though? I hope, I pray I can just fucking show him the map and be like, hey, Lamau. Yes! Last time you thought this game was in boarding school? Your roommates and shit? Ah, hell yeah. One roommate fully narrating everything. Well, yeah. Witness, your testimony is a joke. What? But I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
Fuck the witness. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were 2 contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to a testimony, 2 of them were in the middle of that bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then...
She would have hit a dead end.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even ran 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side.
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Just a moment, Your Honor. Oh, here we go. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram. What do you say?
What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred.
What?
It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying?
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
That's ridiculous.
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I present the evidence. Huh. That guy's good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What?
That coward.
Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. I wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the victim actually saw.
Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster. That's a fucking lie.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Running from the crime. It's a new way I'd like to be. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. How do you know there was a car there? How do you know there was a car there? If you were standing right here, there's a huge ass fucking wall in the way. Unless it goes downwards. Unless it goes downwards. But none, how the fuck would you know there's a car there? There is no car here. In your brain, there is no car here. Unless you heard it, which is probably what she's going to say once I press her on it. You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Ironic, because you didn't even see the car.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm so shaken up. If you accept this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. And make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Huh. That's what I like to hear.
Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Hit him. Running from the crime. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. Huh. No need to be so rude.
Well, young lady.
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
Ooh. Huh. Well, one step too slow.
And then what did the defendant do after that? You personally witnessed that? Yeah. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean the scarf?
The words match what we found on the scene. I don't see any problem. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yeah.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
This man's carrying a huge ass fucking ball and chain. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on the bridge like that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow, why did you get so emotional all of a sudden?
Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there.
But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct?
There's also a small temple in the channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes.
And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but I asked for his face.
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought it was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman.
Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what?
Have you ever put salt in your coffee?
No, why would I?
Why not?
Huh?
They actually go better with coffee than sugar, right?
No! I'm not gonna put salt in coffee.
Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence.
Strike me, go present something. You've got nothing to lose.
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee, it too didn't go well after all.
Okay, that didn't work. Maybe just the bridge plant? But you couldn't have seen her fucking carrying the body! She literally could have seen the man fucking carry the body! Okay. Also can't point out the huge ass metal ball he's carrying. Only report what you saw because you couldn't have seen. You couldn't have seen the car. You literally couldn't have seen the car. There's only way you can make sure the body stayed hidden. Actually, no, you're on the top of a huge ass fucking bridge. What do you mean? You could just fucking plonked her down the fucking bridge. He could literally just like plonked her down the bridge. Hang on. A killer wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. He was talking about a strong current where no body was recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your ass that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Order, order, order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put it that way, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the water. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. Whoa! After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witnesses saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have been seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Yeah. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. We could pick her up in his arms. What did the man do then? Well, naturally he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police?
You're sure of what you saw all out of your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. So do we present the map again? Or do we present the photograph? Because she is lying out of her fucking teeth. Okay, the map works again. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Huh? Done what? Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rocks is directly in the way. Nah. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Ah. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. Huh. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Wow.
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Get fucked.
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this, Ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she has repeatedly was repeatedly warned before stating her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh!
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute, you can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
Oh, what about the benefit of the doubt to the fucking convicted man? What? That's not fair. Huh. Save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando?
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now's the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember, you have a kid's testimony.
Broke into the car, off the stolen car, and hit the body there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke on into it.
Scratch marks?
Kind of.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that the trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? I mean, yeah, there's some pretty fucked scratch marks on there, but how? The question is how? The question is how? I'm not buying it. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in the field taking photos of wild flowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Also true, actually. That's like the thought I had beforehand, but I thought we just kind of showed it to her. Finally, I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of all waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... could be her own car. That one doesn't work. Putting the corpse herself would be too risky to assert at this point. This would be too risky to assert at this point, so I'd assume she's the owner of the car. Because the stolen car actually belonged to her. That is why she knew about the scratches.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
Frankly, Your Honor, after hearing a pathetic response like that, I have to question whether or not such a pathetic lawyer should even exist.
What? Did you hear that, Miss Faye? I believe Miss Edgeworth just called you a knucklehead.
Jeez, isn't that overdoing things a little bit? Well, then I guess she was carrying the corpse herself. Okay, yes, we'll go overkill on it. Right, well, guess what? Fling the accusation. Yes, we'll fling the accusation. There's only one way the witness had a chance to see those scratches.
Yes, what is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hit the body and trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous, I could never. It was the man in the prison car, he's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. True! True, he had no reason to break open the car. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. Then we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this man... The shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. But the timer! Let's take another look at this camera and we see the features it has, right? It has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, she really did use the camera as auto-timer. And the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question. Where was Minister Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred?
Either it was a tag team and she was in the car, or she's somewhere on this side to stop the escape. Either in the car or somewhere to stop the escape. Maybe she broke the bridge. Maybe she broke the bridge. Huh. Oh. Wait, what if she was in the car? You know what? No. Okay. Yeah, she had to put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned. No. You don't mind if I ask the teeny weeny question, do you, Miss Faye? Uh-oh, he's got that condescending tone in his voice. If she put the body in the trunk at that time, as you suggest, that must mean that Barry Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct?
Indeed.
Please take a look at the top of Dusky Bridge. It certainly looks to me like the victim was still alive. Am I mistaken? If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who is this? The mountain is famous for spirits, so maybe before you think it was the ghost of the victim. Well, it could have been a spirit, right?
Miss Faye, don't waste time
With this kind of foolishness. Then she was blocking off the run. Oh, oopsie. Oopsie. Yeah. She did it, lol. She did it, lol.
Objection!
Now we say begin. Now, where could she have been? Oh yeah. First of all, shove the camera into his face. Shove the camera into his face. Do another quickie save? She was blocking off the exit. Naturally, the widow was standing right there.
What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Faye should do something herself. She should figure out where she stands, if you catch my drift. Uh-oh. Question, what could she have been? So she's not in the car. She put the shuttle over there. She allegedly saw the fight. She allegedly saw her run away and get stabbed in the back as well. What is this funny outcropping here? Never mind. It is not the funny outcropping. Was she just below the bridge? Actually, what motive, what reason does she have to be down there? What reason does she have to be down there? To catch the body, XD? No. Maybe? No. Oh! Right. Duh. Oh. Okay, so she was not the killer. Oh no, maybe she was the fake victim. Maybe she was the fake victim instead. Ah! Naturally, the witness was right there.
But that That's where the victim, Miss Hoffman, was standing. Order, order, order! Miss Fay, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. Ooh. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hoffman. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hoffman. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy in the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hoffman. But the defendant knew Valerie Hoffman very well. After all, she was the one whose testimony helped him get convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary. 10 years in the joint! You couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as we go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. Forgot what he looked like because he asked for identification. Mr. Ford had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. Huh. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hoffman. Well, what do you have to say about that, Melissa Foster? Yamacha kudasai? Oh, she died. Oh no, she collapsed. Boring.
Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Mr. Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Yeah, but why is she the real culprit?
Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood.
Very well, this court is in recess. Oh, really? Save. Save twice.
Mr. Ford's like, "Rawr! Yeah, I'm sorry.
I say thanks, you're really good, you really hooked me up.
Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill a policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information, right.
What we need the most is info about this Miss Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case of that zebra boy is on death row for.
I didn't kill anybody, I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago. I dream of it every day. Here we go. This picture, it reminds me everything. The bridge looks same, just like then 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart any minute. True, I did. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hoffman. She's not dead. Is she? She's not dead. She's alive. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you just say Hoffman? Victim's last name? Dahlia Hoffman, Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? Girl, let it go. Shut up. Come closer and I'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get a chance. Bang. Detective back then was Valerie Hoffman. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but it was to protect her little sister. I can understand why she did it.
Wrong, don't protect sister. Valerie betrayed me, betray us.
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything, all lies, all make-believe, kidnapping too.
Make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel.
Did you actually say teen angel? You've seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich, jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we bought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note we sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange from Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer because she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright? In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million freeways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman! That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia. Bang. I was shot and armed. Dahlia, she jump in river.
So is she dead or not? Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up from police out with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man Terry thought he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's what you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her, just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth, that's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zuma boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? The police take it.
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone.
With Dahlia. With Dahlia?
That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack.
And then yeet herself into the river.
Now gone with Dahlia, gone forever.
Nah, with 2 mil you can live a fake identity.
To Eagle River.
Disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now, we're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Harfin?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
They never found her?
Swallowed by river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel, she's alive!
The teen angel? How old was she anyway?
Just 14.
14? Guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. Hey, Jason, what's up? She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man, angels these days. Falls takes the fall and gets the one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Harfin an angel or is she really a... It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Alright, Dahlia's still alive. She has the diamond, and now I just want to get this man fucked over with.
Now then, let's continue with a trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try pin the crime on an innocent student is... Our ghost is order in the court, and took me like 40 minutes to, like, think of, like, apparently the most obvious thing ever, but, you know, usual things that happen in this game. And now we just found out someone, like, never died, so that's fun. What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. Take another sip of fine. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? True, we still have her motive. Allegedly deceased. We don't know that she isn't dead yet, exactly. But what is her reason to be here? That is the issue. She has a reason to fuck him over. And she also has a reason to fuck him over. But what is her play in this? What is her play in this? She could have been hired, true. With 2 mil you can hire every motherfucker. 14 plus 5 is that. Holy shit. You're right! It's her! Maybe. That's also why she knew she had to be here. Because... Talk to Dahlia. Because she was informed by her sister to get the fuck over there. Huh.
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
The issue is, now that I have a case in my head, I have to, like, reconstruct it and get there somehow. Because I know one of my biggest issues in this game is I have assumptions, but I have no way how to get to them. A motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yeah, of course, I think.
Huh. You're still acting as tame as a kitten.
It's Romando.
Listen,
A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Yeah. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
Sir? I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's what... Yes! I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. Shut the fuck up!
I see, you're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. 21? Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up.
Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
Give me a motive, give me a motive, give me a motive. I was out of the country until the year before last. Yeah, you were chilling in Hawaii, weren't you? With your 2 mil. Until I entered college, I'd never even been to Eagle Mountain before. That's a lie. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant's a terrible, terrible monster.
Out of the country, eh?
Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder.
Indeed.
You're up to the bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Someone I have to tie her to this case. So what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed... What? Gotta make something to eat? Alright, you get some good food in there. It was a brutal civil war. What the fuck? She had to try to make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. Curious. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press for details? Yep! Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to is evaluate is whether the witness has any connection to this case. Lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. Lie! That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hoffman. Yes, I think we've established that point.
Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you just stated to the official testimony?
Yes, please, Mr. Judge. You didn't know either person, are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh well, that can't be helped.
Why is she just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth?
The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yes, it really was a coincidence. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. A gold digger? But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are close and easy to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you was such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? Prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. Convenient! All but matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you, she's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here.
I hardly said anything, talk about sensitive, jeez. Perhaps, but your behavior today was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Fay, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that, at the time, an officer showed her this photo.
That seems like a really serious mistake.
Huh. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. That's not fair. Wicked inmate, I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful, your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot that the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Added. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like to add it to the official testimony. Prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. My testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I...
Enough. Witness if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
How would you know about the white scarf?
What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scars. That accidentally worn the white scarf like he said.
Then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world.
Huh. Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. Keep looking around and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. You knew about that incident? But weren't you out of the country until the year before last? Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about this whole history.
So you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right?
Yeah. How to get away with these lies?
Just need neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self.
I was wearing a white scarf. But how would you know about it? Huh. Friend is a horrible, terrible monster. Yada 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 yada. Only a grudge can be offered this by How would you know she was in office at the time? Okay, never mind. How did you know she was in office at the time? Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. Because just from the photo, you can't make out that she's a... What, hang on. Okay, cool. Never mind. But yeah, how the fuck would she... Just from the get-up, you wouldn't know she's a Fed. She's just a very fancy woman. Just from the outfit. You're certain of that. Okay, cool. You've seen neither of them, really? What if I... There we go. Goodness, I wanted to take a look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in this photo, but look at the scarf and the victim wore as an identification.
Oh, you were talking about this scarf right here, right?
Yeah, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. Got it now, just don't mess it up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
White?
This is a scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's no surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have.
You gave him to the lady and ordered fried chicken. Hell yeah, though. Get that fucking fried chicken in. I gotta wait with, like, getting way too much food until I get paid. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note just Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says wear white scarf for identification. White scarf. Ugh. Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Yamata!
Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation.
I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note, Barry Hoffman, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right.
A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten?
Yep. The third person that knew the content of the note was...
I wonder, kitten.
What?
Yeah, I made some special cafe con leche for you. What? Bring it up before it gets cold. Don't be shy.
Why are you doing this? Your brain needs stimulation. What? Oh, because... Okay, other way around. I have to point to half and that way.
Listen, keep messing up like that and you're going to get the job now.
Yeah, how far back did it set me? Huh. Yada yada. Not this time. The mix-up was because lol funny note. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this? One more person, and it's a dead man. And that person is Dahlia Hoffman.
Dahlia Hoffman? I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time there is her name right there.
Watch this. So who is this person, this Dahlia Hoffman?
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
The dead?
Dahlia Hoffman was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in the crime 5 years ago. Don't know who invented microwavable French fries, but it deserves some. I don't know. Microwave fries are kind of ass in my opinion. Like, all non-fried fries are kind of ass to me.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course people thought she died 5 years ago, when she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hoffman is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hoffman was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Minister Foster? I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hoffman.
What?
Huh, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a free alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, this shit's gonna go down. You're nothing but a hit and run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness? Just who are you anyway?
I am... I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
I knew from the start. Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Huh. It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No, wait, but then why?
He hadn't revealed her secret. He wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade.
Let me introduce to you the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hoffman.
Bitch. But, I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? There was nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I didn't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your victim's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hoffman lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would the witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turning around on me.
Huh. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid.
The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me, it was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Huh. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Ah! Oh, I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
The witness's credibility is like not even a concept at this point. True. Of course, aren't I?
No, you've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me? Huh. The rushes of youth, how charming. This is coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister?
Well, the witness is quite high. Oh, but the motive is quite high. It's $2 million high. What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke?
If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Faye?
Oh, that was the rashes of youth.
What?
What do you mean? 2 mil is the perfect motive. Okay, so it's not 2 mil. So if 2 mil is not the motive. Oh, you think she felt threatened? Yeah, she may have been threatened. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hoffman gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal the whole world to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. And this is where Diamond comes. A terrific story, Miss Faye, if you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's the evidence?
Only in Valerie Hoffman and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hoffman sisters.
Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try. Mr. Judge? Putting on a cold charm one more time, eh, Dahlia? Will this will only be the last time you hide behind your womanly wild?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Persona 5 Strikers enjoyer, that's right. Hello, Spooky Boy. Yes, I did play Persona 5 Strikers last week, and I'm probably gonna play it again on Friday. Probably. For full disclosure, I have not played any other Persona game beforehand. For full disclosure, I am playing Persona 5 Strikers without playing Persona 5. Nonetheless, it's a great game. It's great fun. It is great fun. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hoffman family and started all over again. It's completely different. Yeah, I know it's not a turn-based RPG, but I meant like story-wise and shit. Because, you know, you already know everyone and shit has already happened and... But at least I know of the lore of the game. From what I gathered from them talking about it, it's just like, hey, like, there's evil monsters that steal people's, like, emotions and shit, and then we kill them to, you know, freedom or something, I don't know. Kinda like that. The only thing I know of Persona 5 is Joker dating the weird fucking detective guy. I haven't played P5, no I haven't. I don't even own the game, man. All I know of Persona 5 is what I learned from Strikers so far, and seeing a lot of yaoi between the detective. And seeing a lot of yaoi between the detective guy and Joker. It's like such a V game. Yes, but at the same time, it is a long-ass JRPG. I don't own it because it's expensive. It's just a fandom being the fandom. True, but it's hot. Nonetheless. Nonetheless. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it's a long-ass JRPG, so I kinda can't. I still haven't finished FF16. I still haven't finished Final Fantasy 16, and I gotta finish that eventually. And I love that game. Anyway. But yeah, Twitter is indeed mad. Twitter is indeed mad, that's all I know of, though. You do have the option data reporter? Oh, right, really? Shit. I didn't know about it yet. But yeah, with the whole like being deluded of knowing like people's relationships, I think I mentioned this before already, but there's like in Honkai Star Rail, there's I think it's Star Rail. I haven't played Star Rail in ages. I think I played like the main patch and that's it. I finished the main quest of the first expansion. That was it. But apparently there's like a squad of like bounty hunters or some shit, and there's some blind fox guy, and there's so much BL of the blind fox guy and the mercenary guy. I thought they were actually like a team in lore. Turns out they're super fucking far away from each other. They don't even relate in any way, shape, or form. They're just like, oh, okay. I thought they interacted, but not. Turns out they have no connection to one another. Just like, oh, okay, all right. The internet deluded me. Fox and who? I think it's Mose and the fox. I forgot the name of the fox guy, but but yes, fucking Twitter deluded me thinking into those two guys in Star Rail are like actually interacting with one another, but turns out they're super far away from each other from what I've been told. So I was like, oh. Give me looks. What did the other guy look like? Let me see if I could find it real quick. Oh, it's Star Rail. Yeah, Star Rail. Not fucking not Fox from Persona 5, not Virgil. Not the funny Virgil guy. Your favorite show is House, so the most common thing is Old Man Yaoi. True, House is just Old Man Yaoi. Anyway, murder cases, by the way. Hey, Jace. What do you mean? Anyway. And what to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? House explosion is so common, yeah. What time is the Persona 5 stream? 7 PM Central European time. Yeah. So, like, go 3 hours backwards right now and 2 days forwards. That would make 46 hours. No, 45. I can't math, bro. Oh, vad fan. I can't math, bro. Damn, you can't make it? Unfortunate. But, you know, Strikers is a long game. Strikers is a long-ass game, so... At least how long to beat told me it's like 30 hours, roughly? So, I should be fine. I should be fine. Plus, I'm playing on hard, so I'll probably get destroyed, which is gonna add like 5 more hours, so fuck it, we ball. So I'm probably gonna get destroyed so hard it's gonna add another 5 hours. Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Sad you've got to jump on me again. Huh. We're allowed to fight, and let's twist some arms. Listen up, we've still got that info. VA's up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten, don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Foltz told us that in the lobby. And that he'd do everything she said. Fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia, but how do I deliver it? That's her secret. But how do I deliver the fake kidnapping? What the heck is the other one? What other one? Did you and Mr. Foltz have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. We're tutoring him. Mr. Foltz. No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Foltz came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago. How's Dahlia dead? She's right there. They never found the corpse. Like she fell into a river, and she survived and just went into hiding because she had a gem worth 2 mil on her. That's how she managed to just like bugger off and live a life. Oh, yeah, that's his sister. But yeah, that's her. She died at 14, quote unquote died at 14, this is 5 years later. That's hearsay evidence though. We very much established that she's alive again. We very much established that she's alive again. The gem thing is hard to prove. But it was also lost. And my defendant said she had the gem. So we'll have to work on that. That makes sense. 5 years ago she was only 14. You probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hoffmans are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. The fake kidnapping thing? So far that's true. But she already lied to me. Because she told me, or she told us, that Valerie had the gem. Which is a lie. Because then we would have seen it. Because then we would have seen it. Because either that or Valerie is hiding a 2 million gem in her back pocket. Which would be bad for a police officer. Oopsie. Quite a clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? But wouldn't her body have it on her? That's the thing. Dahlia had the gem. She flung herself into the river and fucked off a bit. That's why it's missing. And then she probably sold it off. I don't know. At least that's my theory of it. I might be wrong, but you know, that's what they've told me. So that's what I take from what they told me. Valerie brought it to the bridge. That is true. I heard the diamond is valued in a neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still in cuts, about the size of a pint of milk. $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. But yeah, this is if I just decided to forget. That's fair. I mean, better for us, because sometimes I like to stumble my way forward. So, you know, I'm gonna try to figure shit out. The defendant demanded her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think you wanted to make the exchange up there on the mountain? If you ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kid never wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. That was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond up to the mountain and, that was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. And that's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was the right arm? Huh. I was dazed. It turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. I saw him pass. He and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Oh! And in the next instant, whee! I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer and I was knocked out. But I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. Hawaii! I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. And then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. And that's why you hid your identity. Yes, I only told my sister.
Very hopeful, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness had been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get this official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without insider's help, doing all of the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
The moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about the staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the courtroom will know how much of a Jezebel she really is.
Just got the proof that kidnapping was a hoax. How? Oh. Okay, never mind. I was hoping to go by the fact that the gem is still missing, but it's not. One back, yeah, maybe try on this one actually. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so the gem is not of relevance here. But no one had, but you had the gem. You said you tried to shove her off right before she tried to knife her? The fiber kid. I'll try to kill, but show me up to from behind. Okay, so tried to kill by shoving you off the bridge from behind. Right. Did he though? Do that again. You let go of me? Right. They's trying to run away, but Mr. Ford's trying to grab me as well. Parsky and I locked eyes for a second and he gave me a large bloodthirsty grin. Next instant she was yeeted off the fucking bridge. Shot from behind, that's it. I was trying to kill him by shoving me off the bridge from behind. After 20 minutes, eventually shot him in the arm. Did they have a big speech exchange? I guess. Hey, do you by chance have a bullet wound on your arm? This is brought to the bridge 5 years ago. The kid from Mr. Falls. Right. This was a raw diamond? Yada yada. This is a bit of a kid and young food. Most of it, not changing. Sorry, right. Do you have a relationship? Yes, it was tutor. Pretty came off the kidnapping plan during that time, and quite wealthy. Mm-hmm. Red was a raw diamond. That is true. It's 2 mil. Mental system make a change as an individual. Allegedly because of only one escape route. They tried a shoving thing. Yeah, he let go of her and then just like kind of like fucking threw her off. But wouldn't you run towards your sister? Wouldn't you run towards your sister if she let you go? You said that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it was Mr. Falls. Nuh-uh. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? Oh yeah, right, because the bridge was already broken, wasn't it? Or did it break on the night of the murder? Bridge unchanged for 5 years. It might have happened nonetheless. I asked the court to recall the condition of Dusky Bridge. Now and 5 years ago. This was still broken at the time. Fair. So she wouldn't have fucking like, she would have never run there as a kid. Or she would have jumped over somehow. Or if she would have been pushed, she would have probably like slammed her face, whatever. Anyway. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed. Whoop. Oh yeah, right! Instead of being see? I was on the right thing, but the entire I was on the right train? No, I was on the right track of a different train, there we go. I was on the right track of a different train. Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. The most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hoffen? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. I failed successfully. Exactly. Yeah. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Yeah. Is bedrock a Minecraft reference? But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in water level wouldn't have made a tiny bit of difference. Yeah. You're right. If the events occurred just as Woodis has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the Woodis into the river. It would have been pushed, and it would have just made splat onto the floor, dead. Pile of goo. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, you could have willingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hoffman, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I just make shit up as I go. I have to remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. Speaking of side wires, this looks fairly well secured unless you've fallen over it. And you're too small to fall over it at 14. I think. You can't be serious.
Order! Order in the court!
It seems Miss Face's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Not yet. Not yet.
I still got some gas in the tank. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Face's assault. What? I believe your reasoning when something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwillingly pushed you off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. The photograph, right? Just look at the fucking huge-ass wires. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. He would have had to physically lift her up out of there for her to die. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Flawless had been shot in the right arm.
Huh.
And more importantly, Valerie Hoffman had her gun trained on him at point-blank range.
Timmy.
So, Mr. Falls, throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hoffman, you jumped into the bridge, into the River Eagle, Eagle River, intentionally.
What? What is this?
Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? River Eagle? Hell yeah, she jumped into the Eagle. Yeah, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into the raging river like that? That would have been suicide. Perhaps. But still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident you could handle the swift current. But even more so, you would have had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was important that she just jumped into the river? The witness is still alive. That fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Money, baby. Money, baby. Money. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Why, that's simply ridiculous.
Is it though?
Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. You really think a 14-year-old is capable of such demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was one more person to help make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hoffman. As I know from experience.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. Kids are friggin' mad lads. Your friends are friggin' mad lads. Oh boy. Oh boy. That sounds fun. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hoffman's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. One of them burnt deodorant? Oh, so you mean like the pocket flamethrower where you just take a light and just spray it through there? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that happening in my class at some point. And that is why you killed your sister Valerie Hoffman.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
There she is. Forgive me, it's just hilarious.
Witness, is that you?
You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. There's something called like a huge campfire thrown an entire can into it at some point. An entire can? Fuck, you know. That's crazy. Finally showed Eve herself. Yeah, she's doing it again. That at 14 I plotted with the flaws and my sister. Well, and one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence, at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? Ah! How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hoffman's murder!
Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The curse made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it?
Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Mr. Armando!
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules?
All she needs is reasonable doubt. We don't have such thing as reasonable doubt in this place.
For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
Yeah. On the day in question, Dahlia Hoffman murdered her sister Valerie Hoffman. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister Valerie Hoffman. That's what you think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who could testify about Valerie Hoffman's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who could testify at Demon's Woman's crime? My man! Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yep. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
Defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in this photo is Valerie Hoffman, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this?
Thoughts? Question mark?
Grok, is this real?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to this witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Faltz. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I can't believe it, no way. Dahlia died 5 years ago, Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Faltz, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. She's a bitch. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true. Mr. Faltz, there's only one question I want the answer to. Did you kill her, lol? 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hoffman or was it Dahlia Hoffman? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised. She promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You're alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
The truth, the real truth. I believe in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Don't wreck this man.
Dahlia. I will allow Mr. Faltz to testify once, and once only. Well then, Mr. Faltz, yours will be the final testimony in this trial.
Piss.
Witness? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water.
Huh?
Can't talk, need water.
Huh. Oh well, I guess I'll have to make my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Alright. Party time.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I'd never put no body in that car. Finally, woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Faltz, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. This last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Yeah. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you wanted to end, Mr. Faltz? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it, you, kitten. I think.
Shit. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you?
It was raining, already dark too.
You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes. Mr. Faltz?
Eagle Mountain, that spot. Strong memories.
Why did you just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here? You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it.
I'm sure he is. He waited 5 years to ask a single question, to find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of an eye. You were watching the car.
That bridge, other side is broken. Nobody can come from there, so I was watching car.
What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting a feeling. A contradiction. Yep. Cause why the fuck would you wait at the broken fucking car lock? Why the fuck would you stare at the broken trunk?
I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway.
No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it.
Anyway, nobody came, no card, nothing.
Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hoffman?
I never lie. It's the truth. It was. Valerie. I remember her face.
Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry. Total lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls?
Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty.
And were you satisfied with that answer, witness?
Dahlia died. It was my fault, but I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in.
Ah!
It doesn't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead.
But you just saw that she isn't dead.
If Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for.
How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and sunset that day was 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do.
That woman, it wasn't Dahlia.
Fuck! Stop right there, what more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for the murder. You'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? Which is ironic, because Dahlia already did that to Phoenix, so... I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. Mr. Falls, even if you can't show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess.
Alright.
Okay, I guess we do not care about the broken... I guess we don't care about the fact the trunk is broken. I guess we'll ignore the fact the trunk was fucking broken. Okay. Both of them on the bridge? Looking the other way, is he? No, he's looking right at her. That's because, like, while they were talking, right? What? Okay, then I mixed up the times. Yeah, he's right. Because I thought that was like why they were talking. Yeah, whatever. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo, it's perfectly clear. Obviously the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge. It's a one-way bridge, of course! He's right. It's a one-way bridge. Yeah, she had to be there first. That's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Blah. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 50 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it on the base of tree there. It's a special memory.
Isn't that the fucking thing? She put the poison in that she later gave to Phoenix to like blackmail his ass, or like to accuse his ass of murder. That cheeky fucker. It is? Oh my god. That fucking prick.
This is what I want to get. This little ball necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but looks empty.
Until 6 years later. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. With that much time, Dahlia Hoffman could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. This case is before the Mia Phoenix? Yeah, don't worry, I know. I know.
No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
Blech. What? That's enough. Please. Witness. I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
Motherfucker, did you just tip the poison off yourself? That man just fucking drank poison and fucking killed himself in the middle of the courtroom. Fucking...
No, stop the trial!
Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid, couldn't keep promise, so I did it. I drank this.
No, we were so... just a little more... It's going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. False!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Fuck! And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought I'd never heal. Also, that explains why she was later able to fuck over Phoenix and getting out scot-free. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal Dahlia Hoffman, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. And later fucked over Phoenix. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando, we're so close to the truth, it was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. I hate social media that it ruined this word.
You're going to make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia.
Pretty sure the judge's chair's empty.
Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Ah! Bro.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Bro, why did you do that? That was so unnecessary. I know horror man though. Yeah, he's good though. He's funny cyborg man. I mean, even that's the same theme song. As if the haircut and the act of and the way of talking and the coffee addiction isn't a dead giveaway. Mr. Armando. Why did you have to break the fucking cup, bro? No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. Yeah, the hairstyle was enough. And the way he posed. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yep. Yep. Only after that did Dahlia Hoffman get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty. Guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. Was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Hey! Bridge to the turnabout. Oh god, why is the statue there again? That was funny, it's as if we're going to see Dahlia again soon. Huh, I wonder. I wonder what's gonna happen. Ah, thunderstruck! Oh, not the statue again. Chichishito. The Treasure Crane Village heirloom, whose name means Seven-Branch Sword. It's said that the sacred sword represents life itself. Wow! Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end, one merciless point. Death. And when the silver cord of a fragile thread that binds us to this world is severed, it's all over. Uh-oh! The illusion is revealed and the implacability of fate is finally laid bare. What the fuck does it even mean? February 6, 9:48 AM, Rykan call offices. Hey Nick! No! So. This was quite the trip. But we're gonna call it here for tonight. I do thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on Friday with Persona 5 Strikers. And obviously we're gonna be back with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth on Sunday. Sunday, kiss you get. I might have... It's midnight right now. For me it's 12 fucking... No, it's fucking 15 to 12, whatever. It's quarter to 11. There you go. I can't speak anymore. I don't know my times. But yeah, it's quarter to 11, so like whatever. It's still getting fairly late. So... Oh, you're both from there. Oh shit. Then I wish the best safety for both of you. I wish you both all the best and shit. Now my outro will sound a lot worse actually. Now my outro will sound a lot worse. Anyway, now my outro will sound a lot worse, but But yeah, we'll be back again on Friday with Persona 5 Strikers, and we'll be there on Sunday with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Just do it all over again. I hope to see y'all again. I thank y'all very much for watching. And until then, and here's the bad kicker. Don't die. Genuinely don't. Genuinely don't. But yeah, yeah, have a great one. I'll see y'all again. Hopefully. Bye! How do I tab out? There we go. I love how it minimizes because for some odd reason, under Linux now, the issue with Linux, like the only quote-unquote big issue I have, it's not even big, what the fuck am I talking about? But the thing I have, every time I tab out of a game, it just like minimizes, even if it's in full screen or something. It might just be a configuration I'll have to change, but like, webs. So you can physically see me tab out properly, well, not all the time, but like most of the time you see me tab out properly, which just minimizes. But anyway, bye!